in Munich that February. And Kamala Harris, I'm not attacking her, she says what she's told to say, says to Zelensky at a press conference, we want you in NATO. Russia's greatest fear, check the tape. Russia's greatest fear, as articulated by Putin, but not just Putin, also Yeltsin, has been that Western American, NATO's American weapons, nuclear weapons, would be on its eastern border.
Scholz, Macron, everybody was against Ukraine being in NATO. They were always blocking it. Even Merkel before blocked it. So
I'm highly aware of that.
Yeah.
What they really think about it is another question.
Well, I think Merkel really opposed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But of course I know that. But I also know that days before this war broke out, before Russia rolled across the border into Ukraine, the U.S. government said officially, we want Ukraine in NATO. And that's what started this war. Putin said that immediately afterward. He gave a speech, which I refer you to, which is really interesting. We're not allowed to listen to Putin because everything he says is a lie or something.
I think this decision was made already before. I mean, we can...
Okay. It may have been made already before. The threat from the Russian perspective, and to acknowledge someone else's perspective is not to endorse that perspective. It's merely to understand it, which is a critical component of decision-making. From the Russian perspective, the threat is NATO moving eastward. Putin has been president since 2000. The president that, well, with Medvedev, whatever, but has been in charge since 2000. He has said that to every American president. Yeltsin said it before him. From the Russian perspective, they gave up their empire collapsed, they ran out of money, they moved, a lot of things happened, which I'm sure you're aware of. But what never changed was the Russian insistence that you not put nuclear weapons on a border. And I think every country but Germany, which has American troops on its border, should get them out immediately. Every normal country is like, that's not acceptable. How could you allow your rival to put nuclear weapons on your border? We would not accept that in the United States. If China put nuclear weapons in Tijuana, Mexico, that would be a crisis for us. The Soviet Union put nuclear weapons in Havana, Cuba, 90 miles from the United States in 1962, and we almost had a thermonuclear war over it. So that's a legitimate perspective. That's a legitimate concern from the Russian perspective. No matter how pro-NATO you are or anti-Russian you are, you can understand that's a real thing. That's not a bullshit thing. It's not like they woke up in the morning and like, we need to expand the territory of the world's largest country. Let's take Poland. Do you really think that? Do you really think the Russians want Germany? Do you think that? Do you think there's a threat that they're going to invade Germany?
No, I think
take out the Americans.
I think there is a threat that they might invade or try and test Estonia, for example, or other Baltic states after they've done that with Ukraine.
Or you're willing to risk nuclear war in the defense of Estonia.
I'm not saying this. I'm just saying there is a threat of it that they might.